Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. 5 years old among 6 injured in Manchester crash. A 5-year-old boy is said to be among 6 people injured in a 2-vehicle crash on the gutters to Alligator Pond Main Road in Manchester on Monday. Councillor candidate Omar Robinson, Alligator Pond Division People's National Party, told reporters that the crash happened about 3 p.m. and involved a public passenger vehicle and a private motor car. The female driver of the motor car along with occupants of the taxi were taken to hospital for treatment. The gutters to Alligator Pond Main Road links communities close to southern Manchester and southeastern St. Elizabeth border to Spurtree Hill and its environs. Farm worker killed in car crash. 1 man is dead and another hospitalized after a motor vehicle collision along the Marysville Main Road in Westmoreland on Sunday, June 12. The dead man has been identified as 25-year-old Michael Blackwood, a farm worker of Rivertop Brookfields in the parish. Reports are that about 6:30 p.m., the driver of a Toyota Kingfish that was heading in the direction of Savannah Lamar lost control of the vehicle and collided with a utility pole. The driver was rushed to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, where the occupant died on the spot. The police and fire brigade were summoned to the scene. The deceased friend, Denroy Mary, told reporters that he is in disbelief. "Me can't believe him dead. He's supposed to fly out next week," he shared. Blackwood was due to depart the island for work in the United States in a matter of days. 2 minutes ago, me and him just talk about a function, only to get a call to this happen, a distraught Mary added. Saint Anne man charged after gun found in motorbike. A St. Anne neighbor, 23-year-old Trey Walker, has been charged by the police after being held with an illegal gun. Walker, who is from Claremont and Steertown, was charged on Saturday with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. A court date is to be set. The police report that a team was on mobile patrol in the community when they signaled Walker to stop a motorbike he was driving. They say a search of the motorbike was conducted and a homemade firearm with 19mm round in the chamber was found under the seat of the motorbike. He was charged after a question and answer session was held. Sahara dust blankets Portland. Hazy condition associated with the Sahara dust dominated Jamaica on Monday and is expected to remain across the island over the next few days. According to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the mass of extremely dry and dusty air, known as the Saharan air layer, forms over the Sahara Desert and moves across the North Atlantic every 3 to 5 days from late spring to early fall, peaking in late June to mid-August. It can occupy a roughly 2-mile thick layer in the atmosphere. On Monday, a large clump of dust blanketed Jamaica. A video showing the thickness of the dust captured in Portland was circulated. Male students charged after bloody brawl in Junction St. Elizabeth. Police investigators have charged 2 male students of the St. Elizabeth-based B.B. Cook High School after they reportedly stabbed each other with knives during a fight in the town of Junction in the parish last week. The boys aged 15 and 16 were charged with unlawful wounding and both are to appear in the Santa Cruz Children's Court later this week. The St. Elizabeth police said the stabbing incident resulted from an earlier altercation between the boys on the school compound, which escalated in the public sphere on streets in Junction later on Wednesday. According to police reports, one of the schoolboys was allegedly involved in a dispute on the school compound. The other boy intervened because one of his friends was involved in that dispute. Sometime after 3 p.m. on Wednesday last week, the fight escalated on the streets of Junction, and the 2 schoolboys were seen stabbing each other with knives in a video that has since been heavily circulated. The teenagers' injuries were reported not life-threatening, and detectives interviewed them in the presence of their parents between Wednesday afternoon and Thursday. They were both subsequently charged. Calls have been growing for more interventions to stem violence in schools, especially with many students facing behavioral and other psychological issues that are suspected to be caused by the long break in face-to-face schooling as a result of COVID-19 pandemic and the influence of social media. Top St. Ann Cop thoughts effect management for major crime reductions. Commander of the St. Ann Police Division, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, has credited effective crime management for the reduction the parish has seen in a number of criminal activities this year. In addressing the monthly meeting of the St. Ann Municipal Corporation on Thursday, Powell said 4 of the 7 major crime categories have seen reductions when compared with the similar period last year. Since the start of the year, we have been doing what I consider to be extremely well as it relates to crime management in the parish of St. Ann, shared the commander. We had a very good year in 2021, and so far this year, we had set some targets, and we are very pleased that we are almost on point with those targets as it relates to crime management, he indicated. Among the crime categories where noticeable reduction have occurred are murders, break-ins, rape and larceny, said Powell. So 4 of the 7 categories are going in the direction we are projecting, he shared. Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF confirmed the superintendent's information in the highly watched category of murder, for example. Up to Monday, June 6, the JCF reported that St. Ann has recorded 19 murders in comparison to 22 cases for the corresponding period last year. This represents a 13.6% decrease in homicides in the parish. For rape, there were 9 such cases reported up to the 6th of June, compared with 12 cases last year, a 25% reduction. Additionally, the Garden Parish recorded a 14.5% decrease in break-ins, or 47 cases so far this year, compared to 55 last year. Meanwhile, Powell lamented that where we are having some challenges are in 3 categories, as in robberies, aggravated assault, and shooting incidents. JCS statistics show that in the areas of shooting, there were 19 cases up to June 6, an increase of 3, or 18.8% over last year's figure. And when we look at our numbers in terms of robberies, we are seeing 50 robberies reported to us since the start of the year, as against 21 for the corresponding period in 2021, Powell told councillors on Thursday. This is a reflective increase of 138% in terms of robberies, he continued. Powell noted that the percentage increase was much worse than that earlier in the year. The reason why it is looking a little different now is because of the mitigating measures that have been implemented, and we believe that those measures have been resulting in a slowing down of this category of offense that we've been seeing, he reasoned. According to Powell, citizens should continue to cooperate with law enforcers and provide information in order for there to be reduction in the 3 crime areas of concern, as well as other categories that have shown clear signs of decreasing. Scared PNP councillor Michael True says he is ready to meet with gangsters. As discussions heat up over a proposal summit between gangsters and various stakeholders, including the police, one local government representative has signaled that he is prepared to meet with gang leaders to address the escalating crime and violence in St. James. The disclosure was made by a councillor for the Granville Division in the parish, Michael Thorpe, during his address at Thursday's meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation. In Montego Bay, it is where the crime is getting very serious. As a matter of fact, it gets me very scared, he admitted. St. James up to June 5 have recorded some 104 killings since the start of the year, leading the 19 geographical police divisions island-wide. Michael said he came to the municipal meeting to hear the police put forward some plans to tackle the crime monster now engulfing the city and by extension the parish. However, he lamented that the same strategies were being presented by the police every meeting. And I don't think those strategies are working, declared the PNP councillor, adding, however, that he was not expecting the St. James Police to spell out their strategies in the meeting. About 6 months ago, I called on the mayor of Montego Bay to arrange a summit with all the stakeholders so we can meet like this, because sometimes you want to talk some things you can't talk in public. Even if it is to meet with the gang leaders, I am prepared to do that. What is happening in St. James cannot be allowed to continue, he stated. Even the baby afraid. Something want to shake up. I don't know what, but something want to shift one side. but it cannot continue like this. The criminals seem to be winning, he asserted. 2 Saturdays ago, Homer Davis, State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister OPM and Member of Parliament MP for South St. James, called for a summit between gang leaders and the relevant authorities to find solutions to the crime situation in St. James. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck in pointing out that a similar strategy was utilized in Grantspen in his northeastern St. Andrew constituency has thrown his support behind Davis' proposal. However, National Security Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Horace Chang, along with at least one high-rank member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF, has scoffed at the suggestion, declaring for the most part that they do not negotiate with criminals. But Michael is calling for the police to support Davis' initiative to address the crime rate in St. James. I am in support of what Homer Davis is saying because sometimes you have to compromise certain things to get certain things, the veteran counsellor stated. He argued that stakeholders are not using people with influence, including dons, who have greater influence than the police themselves. Michael said not all dons are necessarily gunmen, but they have some amount of respect in particular communities. He cited municipal councillors and MPs as dons in their respective divisions or constituencies. In response to Thorpe's call at the municipal meeting, acting head of the St. James Police Superintendent Carlos Russell assured that several new policing initiatives are coming to the parish in short order. I understand your concern, Councillor, and I am also concerned with recent events, and I can assure you that you will see some difference as it relates to our policing, Russell stated. He added, I've already met with my team and we have discussed some strategies, and you will see some differences. We continue our anti-gang efforts. As you know, we have been having some issues as it relates to gang activities in Mount Salem area, so we are continuing those efforts, Russell explained. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson on Tuesday indicated that the JCF has boosted its quick response team in St. James, and plans are well advanced to establish quick response teams in other parishes out west. There are 60 members completely advanced training ahead of being deployed to Area 1, stated Anderson. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.